Hi, my name is Mike Ward. I'm the Global Director of Content at Informa Pharma Intelligence's Insights portfolio, and I'm joined by my colleague Mike Haid, who runs Informa Pharma Intelligence. So Mike, you're here at the meeting. I thought it'd be a good chance to sort of discuss with you, say, some of the key themes that you spotted in the last few days.
Sure, thanks Mike. It's always nice to be at a meeting with you. It's been a really interesting meeting this time. It's been actually a couple years since I've been here. I let some other people take the reins for me and come, but this meeting really, one of the key themes was transformational medicine, big innovation, and do we fund anything that's not transformational? And I felt that was like a really interesting theme. I've heard it a lot. You always hear innovation, but there were some real, important key topics, some really key panels saying, we're at the point where we're actually delivering, big advances in cancer, big life-saving things in rare diseases, and there's a lot of money out there if you can do this. And actually, don't be spending money on things that aren't transformational. I was at an interesting talk yesterday from a CRO. Saying, they were talking about their revenue and why they missed, and they said they had a lot of cancellations because companies were finding out that the efficacy was not going to be good enough for commercial success. It was not transformational enough to get reimbursed. So we're seeing a lot of pressure from the payers, a lot of pressure on the market, a lot of pressure from funders to really go out there and do something great for patients. So to me, that is a really transformational event.
This meeting, or this series of meetings, in fact, because there's many going on in parallel, it's at the start of the year, and it's normally a sort of a good sort of sense of, are we going to go in a year where people are optimistic, or are we in a year that people are pessimistic? Given the fact that, I was at a meeting, the WuXi Global Forum yesterday, where Ge Li, the founder of WuXi AppTec, he described 2016 as an interesting year. So do you get a sort of sense, what is the mood music here?
I've heard it everywhere from interesting, volatile, very optimistic. A lot of those terms have been used. Unpredictable what's going to happen. We don't know exactly what's happening, geopolitically. We don't know what's happening with taxes. But I think there's a lot of money sitting there ready to go to work. Uncertainty is never really good for that type of thing. But the money that I've heard being raised and the money that people want to put to work for good, I think it's very optimistic.
Right. But of course, as you say, we're not really sure how the macro geopolitics is going to pan out this year.
I agree with that, and we're not sure what that payer environment's going to look like. I think especially here in the U.S., we might see some more changing dynamics there, and it's obviously impacting clinical trials. It's impacting us earlier in development. So it's the whole ecosystem that payer, that money, that funding really impacts.
And I guess the advantage is that the fact that there is this focus on transformational science or translational science, that's got to be good for the biotechs who tend to be the most innovative.
Yeah, I think it's good for biotechs, it's good for patients, it's obviously good for the investors, and it's a nice shift to see that we really want to make a big advancements for patients, find cures. Now, if we ever get to the prevention side, that will even be larger, but maybe that's not the pharma industry's job, maybe it is.
No, great. So Mike, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks a lot, Mike.